of marinating fights and the upside. Now, excuse me, my inaugural neck stretch. Everybody see, well, you know, Wilder and Joshua fight. Now people say, well, you know, they was offering Wilder like 5 or 7 million. Now he can get 30 million, even though they said the fight is dead for January. Now you're looking at February, March. Next thing you know, they're gonna say, well, September or December of 2024. But the downside of it, if you marinating the fight, think about it. You preserving the fight, what you doing? If you know this fight gonna bring this X amount of money, are you really giving the fans the best product in between? No. You're not fighting the next best opponent. So what you're doing is preserving a big fight. You telling people, oh man, Wilder versus Romain Stavern is a big fight. Or Errol Spence and Ugas is a big fight. Errol Spence and Sean Porter is a big fight. Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia are these humongous fights, right? But everybody know, in Vegas know, you know, who is the who the favorite, the heavy favorite is. So if you continue to put a fighter in there against heavy mismatches, even if you call them title fights or whatever you want to call them, oh, we gonna put them in there in title fights and we gonna put them in there in mismatches and all this type of stuff, cool, you know. But what you're doing is you're not challenging them. You're not challenging him with the best possible opponents out there. That's the problem. So when you marinating and you knowing you go, you know, waiting, you know, you might have a Manny Pacquiao, Juan Marquez situation in there or whatever, which hurts the value of the fight a little bit, but when he knocked Pacquiao out. But when you marinating the fight, one of the factors that people don't talk about is the fighter is not fighting the best competition available. He's fighting fights that he know he gonna win. So if I know I'm gonna win, am I gonna train hard? Am I gonna get better? And it's a saying when you lift weights. It's a saying, real talk, that you ain't gonna get stronger lifting with people that's not stronger than you or as strong as you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get strong as you really, really can possibly be. That's why you're supposed to lift with people that's likewise or who's stronger than you. You know what I'm saying? Or who got more experience than you, you know, so you can get stronger. You know, and at the same time, if you fight an inferior competition trying to preserve a super fight, you're not reaching your full potential. And now y'all understanding why so many PBC fighters getting their ass whooped. They making moves based off financial decisions. And what we seen in sports, take the Washington Commander franchise for years. Daniel Gilbert, I don't think not Daniel Gilbert, but Dan Snyder, I don't think he was had bad intentions as far as on the football field, but some of the stuff they was doing off the field, I mean, everybody be doing it. But I ain't gonna get into that, or the majority of people be doing it. But I ain't gonna get into those particulars. But the thing about it was, he wanted to run the team like it was a regular, you know, corporate American business or international business. And in sports, those lines don't run parallel all the time, or the majority of the time. Just because you making moves based off money alone, or you put money into something, in sports don't mean you're going to get it out. You put money into Albert Hainsworth, it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? A quarterback have an anomaly, have a good year, you put an investment into him, like Blake Bortles came back with the Jaguars after making the AFC Championship run. Guess what? It was an anomaly. It's like, okay, we're going to spend this money on this new machine that's going to ramp up production. It's going to give, 50 more people jobs or whatever it may be. It's going to save us this amount of money. It's going to be able to give us raises. And, it might be some hiccups in the machine that y'all got to fix as y'all go about, but it's going to be good for the company overall. In sports, it don't work that way. It's hard to project that. So when you matchmaking these dudes for financial benefits to maximize financial potential, it doesn't, what's lacking there is you're not matchmaking them to be the best fighter they can be. You matchmaking based off of, okay, how can we hide a deficiency so he can get to the top, cash out, and then we go to the next guy. And if he lucky enough to cash in, then we gonna ride his coattail. That's why they never got another Mayweather. That's why there ain't been another Pacquiao over there. That's why they ain't been able to build not one star under the PBC banner. They got not one star. Y'all want to say Gervonta a star? We don't know that. We don't know that. Most of his pay-per-views don't be doing shit. And he ain't beat nobody, so we can't call nobody a star who ain't beat nobody. He gonna be another one that's gonna get in there with somebody real one day and get his ass whooped. Mark my words. He's gonna get in there with somebody, gonna take him lightly, he gonna get beat on. You can't matchmake these dudes, you can't coddle these dudes believing, oh, they can be stars, or if I protect them, it's like protecting your, it's like you know, overprotecting your child. I know I was talking to this chick and stuff, and she was telling me how her mother let her brother do whatever he wanted, but she was hard on the girls, right? And imagine how them girls turned out. That's all I'm gonna say. Imagine how them girls turned out. Come on. Imagine how them girls turned out. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna get personal or nothing like that. So the more you protect and the more you shield, man, the real world gonna demonstrate. It's like, you know, a lot of people try to starve themselves to get down to a weight. You know, they want to get down, but then they end up eating more calories than they would have ate if they just would have ate on a regular standard diet. So if you deprive somebody of something, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. So Al Haymon is matchmaking for monetary reasons only. Listen to me. He's matchmaking for monetary reasons only, bro. His end goal is not to have the best fighter possible. It's not to build the best world champion possible. It's not to build the most well-rounded fighter, so when he gets to the top, he can pass the test. His way is to make the road as easy as possible, you know, for them to get titles and them to, you know, to make money and liquidate that asset, you know. And then when he end up losing, then it is what it is. It's on to the next one. That's not how you build a successful boxing stable. Not one iota. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Listen to me. That's not how you go about that. And I said this time and time again, when you mess around and you matchmaking early on, you have to matchmake them dudes against hard and tough, but you know, you matchmake them against if he got a problem with movers. You know, you got a guy that can move, but he can't punch, and you know, he got 5 losses. You put him in there, guys that can move, who ain't the complete package though. So he can get used to getting the sparring partners that can move, fighting the real fighters in the real live fights that can move. So by the time he gets to the top, oh man, I done seen a whole bunch of movers. I think they say it take what, 5 or 15,000 reps to master something. Why do you think Tim Tszyu so good at fighting black fighters? They made a concerted effort to make sure he got in there and sparred with those guys. So when he fight them, he know what he need to do. Now, if I suck against southpaws like Errol Spence and they never put me in with a fucking southpaw, and then oh shit, it's the biggest fight of the year, I'm against a dude that can go southpaw, what you expect gonna happen? You cannot matchmake guys and keep them from their weaknesses. You got to go straight at your weaknesses, bro, and that's in life. You know, I was in a relationship. I caught myself getting manipulated, and the person I was with using my emotions against me and gaslight me and manipulate me. And I had to sit down and think, like, man, I ain't gonna let no bitch manipulate me no more. Gaslight me no more. At the end of the day, it's not gonna end in nothing. This is gonna be a carousel. And when I started to work on that and improve that, and I still ain't the master of it yet. When I started to work and manipulate and work on that, I couldn't be manipulated no more. Even my mother would do that shit to this day. Will manipulate and gaslight. That's what women do. But once you can sit there stoic and you can sit there and it don't bother you, you keep it moving, dude, they can't fuck with you no more. You ain't emotional. Ninja staring at you at the store, yeah, you got it, bro. What the fuck I'm gonna go to your level for? I got shit going on. Nigga hating on you because you got a nice looking chick, so what? She ain't with you. You want her, come get her. If you can have her, hey, shit, you never mind. Ain't no point, bruh. I started looking at it as a way, the universe is telling me that, hey, this is what it is. So you got to go right at your weaknesses, and it's no different in the sport of boxing. It's no different in the sport of life. If you know you weak somewhere, go work at it. We know we weak in the pockets. Guess what? We got to deliver groceries to get our bread up, or we got to go take a coding class, or whatever we got to do. That's what you got to do. And Al Haymon is protecting these cats, just like I told you, old girl protected the girls. The girl mama protected the girl, and just how they turned out. I already know them stories, bruh. The pastor daughters and kids be damn near the worst ones, damn near every time. Them super religious freak parents, dude, out of homie, dude. His mom was a hardcore in the church, bro. This nigga was doing wild shit out here. They made him more curious about than anything else. Real talk, it made him more curious than anything else, bro. Nigga was wild and perverted like a motherfucker. I remember he got beat up by a gay guy. I couldn't jump in that, but hey, that'll be for story time. I'm gonna start doing story time real soon on other channels. So check it out. The links in the link tree. Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89, and it's in the description. So I'm like, dog, y'all go to church. I come over here. Mom made me go to church. And nigga, you like this? I would have never guessed it. That's why I say, man, it's hard for fellas to give your daughters and nieces and stuff that room, but you got to give it to them. I think it's more natural for women and men to give young men that room, because we feel that they boys and they can protect themselves, and they, and women are weak, but women smarter than you get credit for. They stronger than you ninjas get credit for. They get over on y'all every day. Y'all don't never know it. But that's just what it is, bro. And that's just the gem for today, bro. Go at your weaknesses, bro. Go right at them. And then when you get done making them strengths, make your next weaknesses your strength. Make your strength stronger. We always got to continue to self-improve. I always got to tell myself that. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Peace.